Yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, 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 whoa. My neck is filled with the water. Ay, ay, I might just stick around and take your daughter. Yeah, 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 whoa, yeah, 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 whoa.
Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live on this Sunday morning with my man, FanDuel Zaya. How you feeling this morning, Zaya?
I'm good, man. How you doing, family? You good?
I'm good, man. I'm good, hey, man. Air in my lungs. I'm woke. I'm about to do my thing today.
God is good. You know what I mean?
Man, I watched a lot of that combine last night, man. But before we get into that, did you get a chance to look at any of that Tank Davis fight versus Roach?
Nah, man. Listen, I forgot the fight was going on for real. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely forgot. Did Tank win though?
Yeah, he won by a draw. Well, he didn't win. It was a draw.
It was a draw.
Majority
Oh,
draw. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it today though. You know they got it on YouTube already. I'm
right, for
gonna
sure.
watch the full fight. Hey, I don't never pay for them fights, man. For real, I usually stream them on the Xbox, but I definitely forgot. I I was so caught up in high school basketball yesterday. You know what I mean? Thinking about that, woo woo. But
Yeah.
my former coach Bates, they lost in the district final yesterday. Man, I was sorry for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They,
pick
they
those
was they was
lost.
beating Reedy at one time though, right?
Man, they went into overtime. They lost by
Wow.
1 point.
Wow. Well, good season for Alpha Centric. We also got our man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10 in the house. How you feeling this morning, bro?
Feeling pretty good, man. Blessed actually, man, and just happy birthday to my son, man. The young bull growing into a man is 18 today, man.
Yes, sir. Ski.
So,
Happy
man, shout
birthday.
out to the young man growing.
We raising men over here.
Yeah, he out,
Congratulations, boss.
man, down there in Tennessee with his mom and sisters having him some fun. So, man, definitely a safe journey back and all that good stuff, man. But it's definitely great to see the guys this morning in the building.
Yeah, good to see you too, bro. And happy birthday to your son as well.
Appreciate
Good
it.
morning, Robert Williams. Thank you for gracing me with your presence earlier in the week when you dropped off that fantastic gift. I appreciate you. And look it, go horns, right?
No, horns down. Horns down. Horns down. Miss Robin, you out of control for coming up there like that, dressing all that Texas gear too. I ain't gonna lie to you. You are out of control for that.
Did she show you off, Zed?
Man, she was fresh. She was looking
Man,
good though, but that is an ugly orange. It's an ugly orange. I can't get over it.
They getting ready for that showdown early in the season.
now listen, that fit she had on, bro, it was fly.
It was fire though. I ain't gonna lie. It was fire. It was fire. I gotta give her the credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was showing
I
up.
ain't no hater. I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying?
Good
I
to
mean,
see you, Miss Williams.
it kind of sound like you might be though.
It's just an ugly orange. That's all.
She said, "Nice meeting you, sir."
But let's get into this combine stuff, man. Biggest good surprise of the combine yesterday for you as you watched it.
I was surprised that Quinshawn Judkins ran a 4.48. Man, he's 220 pounds, man. Hey, that's a freight train coming at you, bruh. Like that 4.48 looked good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a surprise. I thought he was definitely running the 4.5s. You know what I'm saying? So that was a pleasant surprise for me.
Same here. I liked his broad jump. You know, in the picture I seen how they got the picture of him making that 11-foot broad jump with, his muscles and things like that. Like Judkins is a specimen, man. He's a freak of nature. I know we talk about Genty, but as the, season progressed, I think with him getting less carries throughout the season, I think he's actually ready to carry on the type load. And if we think about Bucky Irvin, think about his stature and his body. Judkins is coming in with that same type of body Once they get that NFL workout, that 220 is going to drop to maybe about 210, and it's just going to put some more speed on his body as well. So I think we're looking at a specimen. I like the quarterback from Memphis as well. Definitely like his combine as well.
I mean, I agree with y'all on Junkins too as well, even though I got a different one I'm going to mention. But, man, I already thought that he was the best back to choose in this draft before this combine. But, man, listen, his stock really rose, especially on first down and second down. Whoever he get teamed up with and they alternate in that backfield, there's no drop-off, bro. No drop-off. Now, if he gets his hands together where he can catch out the backfield and run those routes, he really going to be a monster. But my biggest surprise was I did not have no idea that Matthew Golden was going to outrun Isaiah Bond. If I was a betting man, I would have lost all day.
Talk to me about it. Your boy put the burners on yesterday.
Yeah, that shocked me.
You know, they say running at 40 is training, you know, so
Yeah.
you gotta have the right technique. That don't mean he game speed faster though.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, I seen him get caught a couple of times, and I'm like, "Dang, dude, if you running really a 4.29, why these dudes catch you now? They ain't catching Isaiah Bondo.
Facts.
He runs all the time, you know."
Yeah.
Biggest bad surprise of the combine yesterday.
Oh man. Dylan Gabriel, he by the drop stock yesterday, bro. He did terrible, bro. Like, you already small, bro. When you small, you gotta be on point. He was not on point yesterday. Hopefully he can make it up on pro day. He need to throw again on pro day. You know what I mean? So he looked it bad though, bro.
You know, the crazy thing, I totally agree with you. I looked at some of his throws that we've seen him make throughout the season, and I'm like, wow, you know, there's no coverage. And not to mention, we got a national championship quarterback that was out there throwing yesterday. He didn't look as good as everyone thought.
Man, Will looked it great. What are you talking? What was you watching? What are you talking about?
Some of
You
the
better go
throws,
check the film. You better go check the film. You better go check the film. You need to rewatch his pro day.
some of the throws that I seen, throws that he could have made, and he overthrew one of the receivers on one. That's a throw he makes all the time. And there was another throw. I didn't fully watch every single drill. I will say that. But I seen some mistakes in both of those quarterbacks, more Dylan, and I was surprised at the ones that Howard didn't make. Let me mistake that. And that made me not, you know, say that his stock wasn't where it should have been. And then the quarterback from Memphis, man, I liked him. Like, that was just, like, if you would think about those three, the quarterback from Memphis stood out of those three, which surprised me.
Yeah, my biggest surprise came when those quarterbacks were throwing the ball. Some of them wide receivers was running some garbage ass routes, man. I'm like, dude, this guy is trying to make some money, bro, and you running these trash ass routes. I'm like, come on, man, you killing it. That burnt me up, man. No matter who the quarterback was, some of them dudes, man, their routes was horrible.
And they was dropping balls too.
Yeah, and that was causing the quarterback to have to wait an extra split second, man, till they could throw him the ball, man. And then I'm like, dude, your route is horrible. You ain't even doing what the guy told you to do.
Yeah.
But Dylan Gabriel was probably by far the worst.
Nah, he wasn't the worst.
Man, come on, man. I mean,
Milroe was the worst. Milroe was
Why did you see
absolutely
Milroe?
terrible. He
Bro,
was
I didn't see
terrible.
Milroe.
Hey, man, he threw the ball horribly. I mean, we already kind of figured that he was like, he's going to be a project. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But, man, he had some bad balls out there, bro. I am not going to lie. I mean,
Yeah,
he's short throwing out routes. He overthrowing people. Like, he high on the ball. Like, his precision was all the way bad.
Yeah, that's the thing that I can't understand about guys with big arms, man. You've been playing football, probably quarterback, all your freaking life, They fall in love with the fact that you can throw the ball 100 yards for a deep ball. Why hasn't somebody stepped in with these guys and helped them to throw the short to intermediate routes, man? This guy is, what, 20, 21 years old? You mean to tell me from the time he was maybe 10, 11 years old that nobody stepped in to help this guy to throw this short to intermediate ball? That I don't understand. And he had 3 years of college.
3 years of college.
I'm like, come on, man. Makes no sense. But maybe I'm tripping.
Nah, you ain't tripping. You ain't tripping.
One bit.
Did anybody stand out to you at the running back position yesterday? We talked a little bit about Junkins. Is there anybody else?
I like the kid from Kansas State, Giddens, and then I gotta give respect to Travion, man. He flew that 40, man. He burnt on that 40, and for him to have the type of injuries he had, and the injuries that he had could hurt a 40, but he came out and he ran that 40 like new money. So I gotta respect what he did yesterday, as well as Giddens and the running back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, them Ohio State backs is them Ohio State backs. You know what I mean? I can go on and on about them. Them look like the two best backs in the draft. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. Hey, boss, you laughing, man. You know, you see Trey out there flying. But
boy from VTech.
Jaden Blue, he flew. I was kind of disappointed in Taj Brooks, man. I thought he looked it faster on tape. He ran in the 4.5 too. But just a couple guys too that I've always been high on. Definitely UNC Amari Hampton. I thought he looked it well yesterday as well too. But I think some people hurt themselves yesterday. I thought more people hurt themselves than they helped themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like Ollie Gordon ran a 4.6. Well, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bad, bro.
You know what? He seemed a little gimpy to me. Every time I seen him run a route or anything, he looked very gimpy to me. Like he had some sort of nagging hammy or something was going on with him. He seemed very gimpy to me. I will say this, though. Those running backs that looked good outside of the ones who didn't, they're going to make Ashton Jeanty have to have him an exceptional pro day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, bro, you might fall behind Henderson or Junkins in this one. And I think, in my opinion, I think Junkins should be the first running back pick.
It's looking like it for sure.
Robin and you, they're going ham on us.
Well, if
okay. Did any running back not look as good as you expected?
Caleb Johnson comes to mind. I don't think well, we know like he a bigger back, but just as far as his cutting and stuff, I didn't think like he just seemed like a straightforward runner now to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It was something off about Caleb Johnson, and I thought he was coming into the pro day. I thought he was like probably a top 5 running back, but really I'm looking at guys like Rashard Smith now. Rashard Smith looked like he a typical third down back for real in the NFL, especially tapping into that high 4.3 time. But Caleb Johnson, yeah, that's the name that come off of my head, top of my head right away.
I would say I agree with you. I would say the same. And then I didn't really get a look at Ali, but I thought his stats would be a lot better. And you said it looked like it was an injury that was nagging him. That was the name that I thought would definitely put up some competition when it came to this 40 time. Amongst other things, I thought you would definitely hear his name, as well as Caleb Johnson. Didn't hear his name at all.
Yeah, I'm going with Ollie Gordon as well. Even though he looked gimpy, I'm like, dude, If you ain't all the way there, this is not the place to go out there and try to perform, dude. Just say, listen, man, I ain't feeling it. My legs ain't doing whatever, and just fall on out of there and invite him to your pro day. But he didn't help himself at all.
Yeah,
Especially with having some issues in college this past season too. Dude, NFL teams, they ain't running back come a dime a dozen. So you
Facts.
better make sure you out there showing out. Otherwise, you're gonna be playing on in the arena league some damn way. Will running backs mainly be a 2-day selection this year in the NFL draft?
You saying like day one, day two? What you saying?
No, like they ain't many of them gonna go in round one, but
Yeah.
most of them gonna go round 2 or later.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one dude that's going in the first round. I don't think nobody like you think Quinn Shine will come off the board first. I think Genty still is the first round because of his tape. I think his tape, the tape trumps all to me. So I think somebody would definitely reach and just make him a workhorse. I could see like if the Raiders don't take a quarterback, I could see the Raiders draft him. I could see the Cowboys drafting him in the first round. It's a couple teams I feel like would draft him in the first round. Yeah. Just make him a workhorse because that's what he is, and I don't even think like he gonna make it past his first contract either. So,
Oh, you don't think he's gonna make it to the second
bro,
contract?
he got too much wear and tear on him, man.
That's right there,
They
man.
pounded him out. They pounded him. Like
Yeah,
you feel me? He 30 carries a game every night. You know what I'm saying?
man.
I be listen. If somebody draft him to be a workhorse, he's not making it past that first contract.
No, I agree with you on that one. He's
I
gonna have to go where he has another running back there with him to give him some time on that sideline for sure.
Yeah. I think it'll be possibly one, maybe two, just them two, Junkins and Genty, if any. Maybe the kid from Virginia Tech. If he have a great pro day, because he ran well, I can't remember his name. He ran well from Virginia Tech. If he have a good pro day, he might creep up
Bless
in that first round. But I think they definitely day 2 and out. I don't think running backs is really a hot commodity because of the pay on the position, but it's so many, but they really haven't, done what they need to, I think, at the combine to really increase their stock more than other positions.
Yeah. How impressed or not impressed were you with the wide receivers?
you. Yeah, I thought the wide receivers was definitely underwhelming. I was excited about a couple guys. We're gonna get around to that. But as a whole, as a group, I thought we didn't see times that we were supposed to see. I thought we didn't see the route running and the hands we were supposed to see. I just thought as a group it was a bad day for the receivers.
Yeah, I agree with the same thing. You had some 40 times that could have been better, of course, and then you had Golden tear up the 40 time, of course, but just seeing too many drop balls. Want to see hands from these receivers. And that's something Parlay Poe mentioned yesterday is hands. I think that's something we definitely want to see. We didn't see that route running like we thought we would see with the way they was out there with the cones and things like that. So this is a position we love to see being excellent. And when it comes to the combine, I just hope some of these pro days are totally better. But I did like a couple receivers myself.
Yeah, there was a few guys who I thought stood out amongst the rest of them, but like Zaya said, it was underwhelming to me. They did not help themselves as a whole. Bad routes, drops, times that I'm like, dude, how you running in the 4.4s or even in 4.5? I'm like, dude, no, you shouldn't be running that. I thought Tej Johnson was faster than what he ran. I'm like, dude,
Facts.
out there on the field, you look like you blazing fast.
Mm-hmm.
And your time sucked.
Trash.
So yeah, I think I wasn't really impressed with the wide receivers. Even though Isaiah Bond didn't run fast times he did do himself a favor by running some good routes and catching the ball during those drills. So he might have helped himself there. But don't ever go out there and say you're gonna break Xavier Worthy's record and then you 0.2 seconds behind him.
Facts. Hey, I thought Tez Johnson had a good day outside of his 40 time.
Yeah, outside of his 40, yeah.
Yeah.
Parlay Poe, I agree with you 1,000%. Give me Steve Largent before John Ross any day.
Yeah.
Steve Largent is my Houston Oilers, man.
Give
He's
them
the
hands over that speed.
Lincoln Taylor, that's what we call him. Steve Largent, Lincoln Taylor. And he did not drop balls at all.
Good to see you in here, Parlay Poe. He didn't drop nothing either. And I don't know, man. I think your spin that thing is circulating, man. I've been hearing them talking about spinning that ball all weekend, man. So Parlay Poe, man, I think they listening to us, man, for sure.
Did any wide receivers possibly make themselves some more money yesterday?
I think I might be a little biased, but I'm gonna talk my smack, man. My boy Jimmy Horn Jr., man. I like my boy. I've been watching him. I know he had an injury, a few injuries throughout the season. Jimmy Horn Jr. and I think your boy Golden, definitely, man, because I watch him throughout the year. Golden can catch, he can route run, but when you running at elite 4.29 speed, I think your draft stock just increased. Jimmy Horn, like I said, had a few injuries. A lot of people didn't, expect him to be at the combine. He got that invite. He showed up and he showed out. So I think them as two players that's definitely increased their stock when it comes to the draft.
Yeah, I got two guys. I thought Luther Burden, they've been talking about him dropping into the second round. He had a first round grade going through the season out of Missouri. But I thought that 4.4 that he ran, it was solid. And I think he just looked it big, bro. Like he kind of looked it bigger than what he looked like even like at Missouri for real. I don't know, just out of the pads and seeing his makeup and his build, and the way he caught the ball and ran routes yesterday. I just thought he played himself into day one. He was already a fringe first round guy, but I think somebody could have possibly fell in love with what he did yesterday. So I think he probably definitely solidified that first round for himself.
Yeah, I like the way Luther Burden performed as well, man. And just being a homer, I thought they was already thinking about Matthew Golden in the first round. I think he might have solidified himself with that 4.29. And I also think Isaiah Bond, his question was his hands, and he was able to, and a little bit of his route running too. He was able to shore that up yesterday too. So hopefully at his pro day, he could double down on it and get a chance to get, not in the first round for Isaiah Bond, but possibly early in the second round. Robin got a question for us. And Robin, this show might not be the show to ask this question, but we're going to answer it anyway. Let me ask, what do y'all think about the returning players for the Cowboys?
The Cowboys suck, Robin.
You want to be honest? I think with all due respect, Miss Robin, I think the Cowboys actually need to go to their front office. They need to find another quarterback, and they need to figure out what they're doing on the defensive side. They got to let Parsons go. They got money. They giving Dak for no reason. And I think with the players returning, I don't think Dallas is going to be the team to see in the next few years. You got the Commanders that just got Debo. So you put Philly. Now you put Washington after Philly. And then Dallas is third. The Giants might get third this year. So, as they would say, Parlay Poe just said trash.
Hey, put it like this, Robin. I got a brother that's a Cowboys fan. He's been ranting in misery for 2 weeks. And it's just bad. I had to give him a hug the last time I seen him because it just seemed like he's on the warpath right now about his Cowboys, and he understand if the Giants get a quarterback that's decent, the Cowboys is finishing last in that division. It's just that simple. They need to remake the whole thing. Well, we already know the Cowboys is going to be terrible until Jerry Jones decides to sell the team or whatever. Jerry just does too much. You know what I mean? He try to control too much.
Yeah. Give them 9 wins at tops.
Well, Robin, I ain't going to beat you up. I think the Marvin Overshown, if they can sign Michael Parsons, the Marvin Overshown is a real solid player. And this draft is a really, really good draft for the Dallas Cowboys to make some really good picks to improve their team. If Dak Prescott can come back healthy, you got good wide receivers. You can get another good wide receiver in this draft. They could actually make some noise because every piece they need is in this draft, and they can get it and help themselves out. My man Henry said, who gives a F? Ravens run the league. Enjoy Lamar having the next three-peat.
Man,
You calling him 3P?
Everybody on here is a Lamar Jackson fan. We love Lamar Jackson, but a three-peat.
that's going to be tough in that AFC with my Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals chiming in this coming season with or without T.
And then he's saying that they run the league. Okay, but yeah, hey, listen. He got to win the Super Bowl first, bro. When he win it, we all gonna be happy about it because we want the black quarterbacks to continue to win the next 100 Super Bowls.
Facts.
Definitely with you, man, for sure. Good to see you in here as well, Henny. But yeah, I just agree. I think the Cowboys is good for, returning everybody they returning. And like you said, your boy, I think he actually, watching him, man, if he get a chance to start, man, this year, I think he'll have record numbers for himself at that position.
Who you talking about?
Overshaw from Texas. Like he is, bro. He's a monster. Like it's just, I think he was waiting, on his time, even though he had to get through the injuries. But for me watching them, I think they definitely had to move on. Of course, everybody knows that front office, and I just don't think moving forward for Dallas to be one of those great teams people fear like they used to. I don't think Dak Prescott is the right QB. I think he's had him in position to win over the years, and he's fumbled the bag numerous times. And we all remember what happened with Seattle. So, not to mention.
I get the Cowboys this, though. They was hurt last year, man.
Yeah, they was banged up.
They was banged up. We ain't seen Dak Prescott win a playoff game for real, though. So, you know what I mean? He's pretty good about getting them to the playoffs when he's healthy.
Just that grind of that season, man.
Why has the wide receiver position surpassed the running back position in the early rounds of the draft?
Because the game done changed. It's more spread, less eye. So yeah, that's pretty much it's going towards college now, like how college played. So you need guys that can sling that rock, and you need guys that can catch it.
I agree with that. With that spread offense and the speed of the game, I think you have to have one of those backs that's just, you have to have an elite back, and the wide receivers is just, look at the wide receivers you think of in the NFL. If you think of the top 5 receivers right now in the NFL, they can catch the football. They run routes, and not to mention their speed. But as we talked about yesterday, having hands makes you different. And we're not seeing that at times, but having that speed, being able to get through that defense, these wide receivers are crazy, man. And we seeing with the stats they've been putting up over the past, I'm going to say just 5, but if you look over the last 10, man, it definitely surpassed the running backs.
Yeah, the pass game is more likely to hit a home run than a run. When a run is like Parlay Poe and Donnell said yesterday, you get it out there to a guy in space, one stiff arm, he gone.
Gone. He said, okay, no trolling. Dallas management is a joke. Our best position to make a Super Bowl was in 22-23, and we beat Tampa Bay, lost to San Fran, and then we got bitched by Green Bay. We do nothing in free agency. We are cheap. He's a Dallas fan.
Yeah, all of us agree with you on that, Henry, because, like we said, Jerry Jones has got to get out of the way, which he's not unless he sells that team, which we already know he's making too much money to sell that team. And he don't care if they win or lose. That money going to come in because he got that stadium bringing in millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Big bucks. Big
But we
bag.
totally agree with what you're saying about them Cowboys.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy.
What's your thoughts on the quarterbacks?
You want me to go, Moss?
Yeah, you can start off because I got my stuff to talk.
Yeah, man. Listen, Jackson Dart looked it great yesterday. He looked it great. I mean, everything you wanted to see from a quarterback, I felt like he hit it right on the nail. But he could look like a workout warrior, but when you turn the tape on, you see other different things. But I think if he get with the right organization, I think he can be great. And even the kid out of Louisville, I thought they both was like on the same tier than it was everybody else. But um, them was my two guys of the day. And I thought Will, like I said, I thought Will had a good day, but Will, you could tell he a system quarterback. He got to be in the right system. I think Jackson Dart and Tyler Show, anybody can draft them. You know what I mean? I don't. I think they could pan out anywhere as long as it's some competence.
Yeah, I agree, man. Jackson. And he was out there moonwalking, and he wasn't moonwalking like Michael, though, but to the tune of his own drum. Because I think when we talk about Jackson Dart, he's played, 25 plus. We talk about that. I know we talk about the 25 plus rule. This is a quarterback, I think, when the season start, how we talked about Bo Nix. That 25 plus games is going to pay dividends for Jackson Dart. And then you got him out there licking his hands and his fingers like John Elway. And they had spoke on that, and I looked at it and seen it. I mean, we looking at a kid, he's doing his thing, and he had that haircut that you talked about too, FanDuel say. He had the cut. I think he's making his own little thing with that. And I actually like watching what he put on yesterday in the show. And then I like the kid from Memphis. Can't remember his name. I was in the chat talking about him. He had a great performance. I liked his performance coming out of Memphis, and I think I totally agree with you and Will Howard being a system type quarterback. Joe Flacco, we got to think he won Super Bowls. Those type of quarterbacks are quarterbacks that can stay in the league for a long while. And Howard get with the right system. I think we definitely could see him in the league for years to come because of him being that system quarterback. What you're going to get, and you can count on him week in, week out. Quinn Ewers, he did what Quinn did.
I think that the majority of them at least solidified themselves as being a clipboard holder, at least that. Because all of them, they threw the ball. Some of them threw the ball really well, and they're proving that, listen, I can probably come in this league, and if I'm not a starter, I can at least hold that clipboard, be a backup third string, and make me some money. I mean, we saw my man Colt McCoy stay in the league a lot longer than anybody would have ever expected, and he made some bank. So I'm quite sure that these guys can too. But I agree with Zaya when he says, listen, systems make every quarterback, man. Yeah. If you're a quarterback, you don't want to get drafted to the Baltimore Ravens to be a backup to Lamar Jackson if you can't move your legs, because the system ain't built that way. They're not going to create no system for you if you come to be the backup. So those guys got to make sure that they go into the right system that fits their skill set, or the coach is willing to design the offense around that quarterback skill set if they're going to be their starting quarterback. So hopefully they draft the way they need to make sure that these guys can be successful at that quarterback position.
Parlay Poe said he's seen no starters yesterday.
Parlay Poe, I saw no starters either, bro. I saw no starters yesterday.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I mean, if you go to the Jets, you go to Oakland.
You think about the Jets and Jags.
You're going to start, but you're not really a starter.
Hey, I was going to say, like.
The Jets, the Jags, for sure.
There's some bad quarterbacks out here, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind taking a chance on a couple of them guys I seen yesterday. Like, who do the Browns got? They don't have no quarterback. You feel me? They got 30 for 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
We got Ohead on the top left. Got to watch the Cowboys run the dynasty and watch this completely destroy it. I gotta know what he is thinking to watch is the main issue here.
Oh, for sure, man. We've been watching the Cowboys had a dynasty and watched how
Yeah.
Jerry Jones got the team and wrecked it.
Right.
For sure.
And then the one before, he said, plenty of our fans run into the stadium for garbage. It is sickening and nothing will ever change. Appreciate you guys. Keep it real. Appreciate you as well, Henny.
He a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, he a Cowboy fan.
Hey, they all in misery. I'm telling you.
Man, listen.
They are all in misery.
Miss Robin said, I do not like Dallas's QB. City League TV, what's going on, boss? Good to see you in here.
What it do? What it do?
She said she do not like that.
Yeah. What's up, T-Juan? How you feeling, bro?
Tired, boss.
Tell us about that action you went to go see yesterday.
Man, I forgot. I used to officiate out there at Mount Vernon, and the reception is just absolutely horrendous. Even if you I even went on to the school's guest Wi-Fi, and my reception was bad, man. So, I just had to end up giving updates, but we were able to cover Afrocentric as long as we wasn't at Afrocentric.
Did they win?
They did not. And
The brothers lost.
y'all know how it is when it comes tournament time and you get these city teams playing these other teams, man, and it's just disgusting, man. It's just disgusting, and it's even more disgusting listening to the fans up in the crowd. It's like that privilege, and they can't touch my son, or they can't look at my son or breathe at my son. And referee, what are you doing? He fouled him, but he really didn't touch him that hard. It's not a foul. And I mean, it's just disgusting, man, watching some of these games that the City League play in. And, but like my father tell you, they've been doing it for over 50 years. So, it's just never going to change. We're just never really going to have it's just never going to change. So, it's just disappointing to, 30, how long I've been out of high school? 34 years later, since I last played. The same thing that happened to me is still happening to these young men out here and these young girls. And it's crazy, man. Moss, how'd y'all get through it? Y'all just put the belt, y'all put the BTA.
Man,
y'all put the BTA and ran through it. Because were they trying to stop y'all from getting to them states?
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We was down double digits in the second half. We came back each one of our runs, and the way the officiating is wild. I'm gonna be honest with you. Our coach told us, put our head down. They ain't gonna give a shit. We got to go out here and do what we do. We thought of all our days in practice, all the hard work, adversity we went through, and we had to put our head down and get out there and be bulls. And once we did that, we made them make calls for us. And that's how you got to play. You can't worry about the officials. They going to call calls that you don't like. They going to give you some calls once you just continue to play. So when you have a lead, you got to just keep pouring on, because if you give them any chance to make one call, and I seen that one call when Afrocentric was up 10 with the petty backcourt when they called that foul, when the parent was, oh my gosh, you didn't.
Yeah.
They literally took 2 dribbles and they called the next touch foul when he moved his feet. And I stood back and I said, it might go the opposite way. So they just got to keep pushing on, man, and know that them calls going to happen. You just got to be strong, man. That's how we did it. And it paid dividends for us, man.
Congratulations, man, because, it's just, for a City League team to even make it to the States, to the Final Four, it's such a huge accomplishment because, I know, what it takes and what you have to go through just to make it that far. And Bishop Reedy's coach had a temper tantrum over on the sideline almost for nothing, but it worked.
Yeah.
The officiating changed after that. Afrocentric was up by they were up 10 or 8 or something at the point. And everything after he had that temper tantrum, everything changed.
Changed.
Everything changed, and Afrocentric just they couldn't get that momentum back. They had a whole lot of turnovers. At one point, they had like 5 straight turnovers. You can't win like that.
And then
You can't win like that when you're turning the ball over and they're making shots and the ref isn't making it easy for you. You're just not going to win like that.
right, I agree. And
So-
also, I mean, not to cut you off, also something I know you talked about. I remember coming out not really seeing anybody when we came out to warm up, but we went back in the locker room and came out. Man, it was loaded. So I
It was
think
stacked.
everything is that support. You got to have that hometown support. And it was people from the city. Unc was coming, Parlay Poe. They came to different games throughout the time. I had no clue. So just having that support, and you could feel it, seeing people there, that makes a big difference. So I know
Yeah, for
we're
sure.
doing our part and trying to do as much as we can. And I think the more support they get and they see their people, I think that's going to put them in a different position to play with that hunger and that fight as well too. So we got to do more of our part also, which will help them.
That's right. Is anybody going to the Northland game today, man? I got to work, man. I'm like super salty.
They got me. I gotta go in. I'm about to go in and work actually. And my brother and them, they actually playing for the district championship, Groveport Madison.
Groveport is?
Yeah, my brother, he's assistant coach.
Oh, see, are they at the fairgrounds too?
They're at the fairgrounds at 3:30, I believe.
Oh, the fairgrounds is lit today.
Fairgrounds is lit today with I think like a triple header, quadruple header.
Yeah.
Some of my family.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be tuned
So
in.
ain't nobody making it.
I'm gonna be up there doing this cooking thing, but I'm gonna be tuned in live because I got Groveport's and another link that I could try to watch stuff on the fairgrounds too. So I'm gonna be tapped in with theirs and trying to network with some stuff as well.
Yeah, I got back family stuff today, so I know I can't make it.
Mm-hmm. Dang, man, I wonder who gonna be in the building today. Northland, they the last squad left.
I'm gonna definitely make something happen.
Hey, listen, my nephew played for Reynoldsburg. I think they gonna make this push. I ain't gonna lie to you. They gonna make this push. I got full faith in it.
They are nice, and y'all see. They make it to the finals. They was only I think they was only allowed to have like a total of 3, but I still got to see because when I sent the names in, you hadn't responded yet. When I sent the names in, so I gotta see like if they make it to the states. If they make it to the states, we on the list. So I just got to see if I can get you added onto there, Isaiah. But we got Hartley and Reynoldsburg, and I like both of them squads. Hartley's nice.
Yeah.
Hartley's nice at that. I think they're at that D2.
Yeah. Hartley is.
Yeah. So, but regardless, no, if everybody can make it, we all in the building. We go as a crew. Everybody, I got 3 on the paper. It's 4 of us sliding in.
Yeah.
We go have it all on. We go have the whole crew in the building. But yeah, we got Reynoldsburg. Of course, any city league team got to hope and pray Northland can get through today. But yeah, and then we can follow them Raiders and them Hawks. And I like both of those squads. And I haven't seen Reynoldsburg live this year. I've just been following them. I can't wait to see them. They won yesterday, so we do know that we're gonna start catching them next week since we only have Northland left. I'm gonna start going in City League, about to break out outside of 270 for these tournament games.
Cool, man. I'm glad you did that leg work to get us in, man. Just let me
Yeah,
know
for sure.
I can arrange myself.
We family, man. And then look, next year, I'm just telling them flat out, just all Central Ohio teams, any team from the 614 go, we want to be in the building.
In the building.
Yeah, that's
For the
right.
States.
Robbie used to be the librarian over at Reynoldsburg.
Yeah. Who did?
Robin Williams, that's in the chat with us.
Oh, okay.
A Longhorn fan, bro. A Longhorn.
Right. I remember Miss Robin. I remember Miss Robin talking that talk.
Ooh, hold on. It's a Texas fan in the chat. It's 2-on-2 today. Ooh, this is a banger.
2-on-2. What y'all want?
Ooh.
I could take y'all by myself, dog.
Ooh.
Hey, what y'all been in here talking about?
We're going to talk about these quarterbacks. Who do y'all think can get in that first round outside of the ones who did not participate, Shedeur and Cam? Did any of them make a strong case to get in the first round?
Yeah. Y'all know how I feel about Jackson Dart. If it's any dude yesterday that I feel that could come in and start from day one that threw the ball, I will put my money on him.
Man, we ain't talking about JD Sports. It's Jackson Dart. And he was
hell of a QB name too, Jackson Dart. That's a hell of a QB name.
He throwing darts on the parlay post say spin that thing. Man, we're gonna have to figure out a way to include Dart's name in there, spinning that thing with darts at the point. Yeah, it means something. We'll figure it out because he definitely is. I just like him. I've been watching him since he was a freshman.
Yeah, as long as it ain't Will Howard.
Wow. Hey, they still was loving up on Howard yesterday though. You know, he had a couple not too good throws, but they still was giving it up to him yesterday.
Yeah, nice crowd there too for the Buckeyes.
But I agree with the Dart. You know, they gave him big props yesterday as well.
Yeah.
So they gave him even bigger props. So I agree with that with Dart.
Man, Will looking like a stud out there to me. I mean,
yeah, they was giving him his props.
I know he missed a couple throws, but bro,
he got it together. Those couple throws was early. He got it together.
And see, that's what I think it was. I was watching it early, like when they started their first few, reps of what they was doing. So I left, I guess, right when they started doing some of their other mixtures. But just me watching Will, some of the throws that he missed, I'm like, that's not the Will Howard I've seen all football season. I know those are throws he could make, but then we talked about could it possibly have been the routes with the wide receivers as well. So I'm interested, now moving forward in the pro day with a lot of these quarterbacks. But I feel Will Howard will be playing on somebody's NFL team. Dressing, not playing this season.
First day or second day, Mossby?
I give him second day out. I don't think he can go first
second
round.
day. He ain't going in. The first day is first day, first and second round, right?
No, it's just first round.
First day, just first. Dang, I'm tripping. So definitely second day. So I meant second or third day.
Second or third day. I give him second or third day because I think he's a quarterback that you got to think of his skill set.
Hold up, second or third day, because now I do know the second day is only second and third, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Second day, second and third. So either second day or third day. You can't say both of them.
You put me on the spot, T. And this is your boy. I'm gonna say third day. I'm gonna go third day.
You going fourth round.
Fourth round, but you know. Super Bowl.
What you got to say about that, Zay?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go on the third day. I think he go to fourth or fifth round.
Okay.
Because I just don't think you need to reach to get him. You know what I mean? I think he get probably drafted to somewhere where they already feel like they got a comfortable enough situation with a quarterback. I think they're gonna give him a year or two to grow. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody want to draft him and throw him right in.
Right.
So you don't think so? It sounds like that third round is pretty impossible here on this podcast.
I mean,
I think he can make it. I'm like he can make it at the end of the third round myself.
That's what I'm saying, third round, and of course we know that third round is. Well, I can't even say it's ceiling because all it takes is for one team to fall in love with you. If you can get a team to fall in love with you, then it's just a whole nother level, and they feel like, hey, Will if he's not the top quarterback in this draft, he's not that far away from the top quarterback that you're taking. just like a dart. We saying that he had a pretty good day yesterday. When you put the leveler out there and you say, okay, if Dart is right here, how far down is Will Howard?
T1, this is my thing. So I think media plays a part into where people get drafted too.
Absolutely. They either pump you up or they tear you down.
Yeah, so like first round, we know Shador and Cam gonna be in the first round. Now, when you move to day 2, you're gonna start seeing guys like Jackson Dart, Tyler Show, even maybe even Milrow, somebody to take a risk on somebody that's high risk, high reward type guy like him. But you already we pretty much know what Will is. I don't think you just need to reach. I think if somebody is evaluating him, they'd be like, oh, he fit my system. And I don't think a lot of people are high on him because not everybody's fit. Everybody's system is not fit for him. So you probably got a handful of teams that got him on their board, and they like, man, this system is built for him. We don't gotta reach on day 2 to get him, because it's other guys that people that got higher ceilings that they draft. Now that don't mean that he can't still be the best quarterback out of this draft, because I think he got all the physical tools to be one of them dudes that get drafted in the 5th round but end up being the best QB in his draft. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think he's definitely a baller. I just don't think nobody need to reach for him. Like, he just need to fall. I just want him to fall in the right situation. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that one right there.
Just a quick take, since we're talking about Will Howard, what would you say for a quarterback is a great for a time to come in and be a 3rd round QB? Just
what would it take for what?
To get in, be a 3rd round QB? What would you think your 40 time could be to be just to be a 3rd round, 4th round QB, as we talk about?
It's not based on 40 time. It's based on
40 ain't going with the QB.
Only reason I'm asking, I just like the Seth kid from Memphis. I like the Seth Minigan. I don't know what it is about seeing him yesterday. Talking about a tall QB, not a prototype, but just the way he looked yesterday. And looking at his stats, over the few years, he's just went out and spent that thing. So, we talking about, I think, the quarterback in Will Howard, and I mentioned Seth because, a lot of people don't have him on their draft board prior to the draft, but I think he rose in a different way. So these is 2 quarterbacks I think I would like to see how they do a few years from now, because I think they're going to start to talk about him more once that pro day come, for him being, at OSU, being at home, and Seth being at Memphis. I think it'll pay dividends for them both.
Nah, Seth had a good day, man. To run in that, what did he run, like a 4.6, 4.7? Yeah. So I mean, he is a big kid. Like, I thought he had a good day, but like I said, like it just really, like T1 was saying, it takes somebody to fall in love with you for real. You feel me? Like, I think he another dude that's gonna go 4th, 5th round. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere right there. I don't think he's gonna go day 2. I think he's gonna go day 3. I just think the board above them, I think people see a higher ceiling on some of these other dudes if they can develop them. You know what I mean? So it ain't no knock to them. I mean, you get what you get. You feel me? He played a lot of football, though. Seth Hennigan played a lot of football. Yeah, he started since a freshman at Memphis.
Right.
So he played a lot of football, bro. You can't teach that.
I mean, if I'm Will Howard or Quinn Ewers, I want to go to a team where I can sit and learn something for about 2 years. I ain't trying to get thrown into the fire with some bums, and then all of a sudden you done played 2 years and they done move on from you like we about to move on from Will Levis. I don't want that for my quarterback, bro. I want him to find a system where there's an older guy there who maybe they don't want to pay him when it's next time to come up to re-sign, and they be like, oh, we're going to go with this young dude and make it happen like they did with Jordan Love, man. That's the kind of situation I want Quinn Ewers to fall into.
Hey, we see this on every level except for the NFL. Like, I don't never understand. Like, when you get to high school, you rarely see a dude start as a freshman. When you get to college, you rarely see freshman dudes really start for real. And then they just throw these dudes in the NFL. It's a whole different level. It's a whole different speed. You gotta give guys time to adjust, bro. Like, that's how I feel. I feel exactly what you're saying. I don't want my dude that I draft to get thrown right into the fire. Because a lot of the times, if you drafting a dude in the first round anyway, that means your team is terrible. You know what I mean? If you drafting a dude in day 2 or day 3, that means you got a pretty decent football team probably, because you ain't have to go up in the first round and draft a quarterback. So you must be comfortable. You know what I mean? So I don't like. I'd rather a good situation, bro. I don't. Everybody not Jalen Daniels. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody not him, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Great, right?
During the throwing drills, was it the wide receivers' routes or quarterback's arm on some of those misses, man?
Like I said, I'm gonna just go both ways. A little bit of both. I've seen some Dylan Gabriel, definitely some of his throws. I've seen him make those throws to the wide receivers in traffic, but it's nobody out there. So I'm gonna go both ways with it. Some of the routes, and definitely some of the QB's arms just wasn't looking good.
Man, them receivers was terrible, dog. I thought the quarterbacks as a group, had a good day. I seen a lot of bad routes yesterday, though. I seen a lot of bad routes. Hey, a lot of people don't got a bag when it comes to their route tree, though. A lot of dudes just be like 2 route dudes, 2 trick ponies. You know what I mean? Like that was like something that they was talking about Marv last year. Marv had every route tree in his bag. Dudes don't be having every route tree in their bag, bro. And you could tell yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw on one of the Will Howard throws where the receiver jumped up to catch the ball 4 seconds before the ball got there. By the time he landed back on the ground, the ball was going over his head. I looked like, what type dude this is, man? Like, what are you doing out here, man? Do you know what type of receivers that this guy has been used to throwing to for the past 10 months, 12 months or whatever or whatnot? I just shook my head. So I'm going straight to the wide receivers, and almost just off of looking at that route that young man that ran for my QB, Will Howard, man, jumping 2-3 minutes early because she thought it was high.
He said 2-3 minutes. Yeah.
Man, it was crazy, man. I'm looking like this almost wasn't nothing but almost like a regular post route. Like, dude. So yeah, wide receivers all day.
And a lot of them, they had the cone out there where the wide receiver was supposed to go, because the quarterback knows you going to this cone, bro. I'm trying to get that cone.
Yeah.
And these dudes is coming short, or the angle is bad. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And Dylan Gabriel's, some of the guys he had, man, his footwork wasn't in sync with their route. And I'm like, dude, you're never gonna make that throw if you don't get your feet work in sync with this route that's being run, man. Dude is ready to get the ball. You throw it behind him, or if your feet ain't set right to where you throw it way ahead of him. I'm like, dude, you got to get on pace, man. Shit, you throw it up. But I ain't no quarterback, even though I played it for Windsor in street football. I'm a legend.
Look, hey y'all, look, made me think he was Alvin Berg, because I know who was the QB during the KB, Kevin Berg. I know who was the quarterback during that era. But for some odd reason, I thought that no played quarterback, and it was only cause the way he was spinning that ball right there on the side of the school.
Yeah, street football only, bro. Street football.
Street football.
Hey, I gotta give some love to your boy though. Matthew Golden definitely looked like a steal. He looked like he gonna be a steal of the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, and just think, what if he would have stayed at Houston? He wouldn't have never even been in this position, man. If he would have stayed at Houston.
You don't think so?
No. You know, they was mainly using him as a kick returner and a punt returner. He got some wide receiver run, but he wasn't like their main dude. But he killed us when we played Houston, so we was like, oh no, you got to come over here, bro.
Hey, I got a what if. I got a what if to go with that street ball. What you say, Zay?
Tampering got his finest.
Hey, I got a what if.
On stream.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Tampering.
That's the nature of the game right now, bro.
Tampering at its finest, man.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
I got a what if, because you just, but like sometimes I get memories that just flash through my head, and that's why I thank God for this brain that I have, man. I love my brain in the way that is wired and the way it works. You know, you just talking about the way you played that street football over there at Windsor and how you used to spin it. But I got a what if, because what if Dez would have played wide receiver? Hey, y'all probably didn't even know, but Dez was cold at wide receiver in street ball, dog. We used to call, that's where he got the word swan from. He was cold. He had hands, man. Mark Howard was supposed to be out there throwing it to Dez. Dez was supposed to be out there. Dez probably would have been an all-state receiver too. Dez was cold.
He was nice, bro.
Dez was cold, dog.
Yeah, he was cold.
They don't know. They better go check the records because his basketball record still stands.
Yeah.
Most points scored.
Yeah.
In the season. Put some respect on that name, man. If y'all don't.
Hey, look, he probably would have set some wide receiver records because he had hands. Yeah. He had hands, and he was cold.
I got one question. I gotta go.
Let's go.
What are you looking forward to today with the offensive lineman?
I want to see my boy. Is Josh Simmons going to the combine?
Yeah, all of them in there. Big boys, Georgia's 3, Ohio State's 3. Everybody out there today.
I didn't know if he was still rehabbing, but if he in there, I want to see how he looked off of that injury.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who gonna be able to do what Parlay Post said yesterday. Get in there, clear them hoes, make way, just do what your job is, man.
Showing that they got to show great footwork today.
Yeah.
They got to show great footwork and power today. So that's what's gonna get Simmons and Jackson in that first round. I'm seeing a lot of mock drafts that has both of them going in the first round or one of them going in the first round, but one of them for sure going in the first round. So I'm looking forward to them showing some great footwork, showing some great power, and hopefully we can get both of them in the first round to give us them first round looks as Buckeyes.
Yeah, I want to see who moved the best.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Joe Brown played kickoff return. Listen,
gone to the house.
I'm gonna tell y'all another story y'all probably ain't never heard before, man. But I got an older brother named Jeff Brown. They wanted him to play football at Whetstone so bad, bro. He went out one day. They kicked in the ball on a kickoff to the house. They was like, this must be a fluke. Kicked it to him again to the house.
Man.
He never came back.
Oh man.
I
know they was sick. I know they was sick, man. We had some legends out there, man, spinning that ball, catching it, throwing it, whatever, whatnot over there on that Windsor turf over there, man. Straight legends.
Is one of y'all set up to end the stream? Because I gotta go.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Yeah,
all right, man. Love you, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Love you too, bro.
Yeah, Josh Simmons, he ain't participating, and he ain't all the way right yet.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking at the list. I know they had all of your Buckeye boys on there. I wasn't for sure because if it was a participation list, but they got them. They got a couple from Cincinnati. I mean, it's teams that's paired up with quite a few linemen in this on the offensive side. Georgia. Looking to see what Clemson's offensive lineman Marcus Tate do, and then Brandon Crenshaw Dixon. See what those two names do. Talked about it a little bit this season. See if they can come out, make a little bit of a name for themselves. Because, your boys definitely, along with Georgia, I think going to be names that come off the board instantly. I don't think you're going to miss a beat when you're talking about, what's that, Simmons, McFarland, what's the other one name? I think I can't remember the other ones. Y'all got 3 of them in there. So
you talking about McLaughlin?
Yeah, McLaughlin. That's the one. I think all three of them. I think
We
they're
got we got
definitely
we
gonna
got
get
Simmons, we got Jackson, and we got
yeah,
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, Jackson, of course Simmons. I think they all get drafted. My just my opinion, because you're talking about studs at that position.
We'd have had 3 first-round linemen getting drafted if Seth wouldn't have got hurt.
Yeah. You have a wonderful day as well, Mr. Robin. We appreciate you joining us. Love back.
Appreciate you. Love
But
you too. Love you too, Miss Williams.
somebody gonna pick Seth up though. Like they just don't draft.
Yeah, it just ain't gonna be in the first.
I mean, they really don't draft centers out here for real. So
They do. They will take the top center can go in the first.
I think he gonna start next year. For somebody though.
Yeah, he is. That's a definite.
Yeah, because they had a few center positions that was needed this year.
I don't know if Cincy need one, but Cleveland. But if they do, they that might be a look. I need Cleveland to get more heavy on these Buckeyes, man. Cincinnati do a pretty good job of drafting the Buckeyes here lately. Cleveland has been trying to, but I think we just have too much talent in the state of Ohio to not be picking up some of these boys, even though we don't need them to fill seats. Because although the Browns aren't that good, they still sell that stadium out.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else in particular to just look out for?
Damn, look, they already asked me if I'm going to the game. They already asked the city lead if they in the building tonight, and I got to work. This hurt all of my soul. I thought I ain't had to go in until 3, and the game is at, I think it's at 1, ain't it?
Yeah, they got the game Groveport, because I'm literally, sitting back thinking I'm going to be at the game today. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to set up the stream when I get off of here.
Man,
that I had to go in and knock out this shift for somebody because I told them I would cover their shift for them the other day, and I, just forgot with the weekend and everything. Just my son's birthday, nephew and brother's birthday, all that stuff yesterday. So brain just been a little bit.
Zay, you ain't going, Zay? You occupied too? You tied down too?
I'm about to go to work, bruh.
Hey, we got to get them coins. Got to get them coins, man. Them coins is a must.
Oh, God.
Them coins is a must.
Yes, sir, man, for sure. If you want to post something on a page, I'll jump on there and post something and let them know we apologize. But just
I'm gonna throw it on there. But I might even see if I can't get my because my cousin got access to it too. I might call him and see if he can see if he want to go up there and go grab it.
Well, some bangers for sure today.
Man, I know at least that Norfolk, man. We need that Norfolk. That's where his son graduated from too. So, cuz go get it for us, man. The city needs you today. The city needs you to come off the bench for City League TV.
Any outside of because we talked about Junkers drive stock. Anybody you think after we've seen the combine before we get out of here to look out for that could be a definite for sure player on the field this coming season and be a name that we talk about? Because if you think about it, Bucky Irvin was one that got selected. Nobody knew nothing about him, but by the end of the season, I watched Bucky, even in college. Bucky was a beast, and he came to just being that player that got with the team that he needed. And Tampa Bay's been known to draft running backs and do some damage. And that's the second one they've got in the past few years. That's definitely a problem. So any players out there that could kind of give you a thought of that?
Hey, Zay sent that. Zay, wasn't that you that sent that Henderson interview in the chat?
Yeah.
Man, just off of listening to that interview, I mean, because when these teams interview the players, it's very, very important that the players are good interviewers and are able to talk properly and sound like they're making some type of sense. Because you can get some of these interviewers and interviewees, and they not sound so polished. Henderson sound very polished, very professional. And then when I turn the tape on and look at him, and I know I'm a homer, but his tape is beautiful. His film is absolutely beautiful, and just the way that he just carries himself and his faith that he has in God and in Jesus, he's on a path to success. And I'm looking for him to be that rookie running back off the rip. I pray that he goes to the right situation, which is either Cincinnati or Cleveland. I would love to have him. I would love to have either him or Junkins in Cincinnati. Cincinnati should not let both of those two backs out of the state of Ohio.
I don't think we should let either part of that offense get out of Ohio. We have 8 players that we could possibly choose from. I'm talking running backs, the offensive line, as well as receivers from OSU.
And we know Joey need linemen. You know what I mean? Just like, you got Chubbs coming off that injury, and then, you got to have his replacement getting ready. Yeah. And what better than a Henderson or a Junkins to come and get ready and put up those numbers like Chubb's been putting up.
Then
I know I'm a homer, but I can't help it. But I know that these players in these situations with these hometown teams is kind of like what they need.
Definitely think it brings just a different spin to it. I think it gives them a different confidence, and then they have that home team, a home crowd that travels. So Donnell said Ohio don't draft OSU players.
They do. They just don't do it. They just don't do it enough, and it be positions that they need of these players, and they don't get them. Like they don't get them. They be needing these players. Like when Haskins came out, they needed a quarterback. Why wouldn't you pick up Haskins? Why would you let him go to Washington? And you need a quarterback. And he showed that he could spin that ball. Cleveland just missed so many times on not just quarterbacks, but just players of positions needed.
Yeah, the guy for me, man, got to be Jaden Higgins. 6'4", 215, just a mismatch, bro. He ran a 4.47 yesterday. He just looked like a different type of dude, man.
Say the name again. Say that name.
Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a problem, bro.
That boy's a monster, bro.
Yeah.
Is he kin to T. Higgins? Because I remember watching him a few times. I didn't check the stats on that. We might have to check the stats on that, because if you notice his hands throughout the season, how he grabbed the football, he catches it similar to T. Higgins at that top point, which is crazy. So,
yeah, I don't know if they related or not.
He's definitely a great receiver, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really have much, like WTP Sports Dude said after that. I'm gonna tap into it a little bit today, knock out these hours. And if we do any stream, I should be able to get a little time to at least jump in and listen. I might join in while I'm at work if I get a little bit of downtime, because I'm going to be on the floor for a little bit today. But other than that, I was pretty much all we had today.
So I'm about to hit my cousin up, see if he can go and come off the bench for us so we can get some type of action.
Okay. Well, City League TV, you hit us with the takeout on the likes and stuff, and then we're going to have, of course, our outro take us all the way out. We appreciate you as well, Donnell, Miss Robin, and everybody else that tuned in. It's your City League TV.
That's right. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. WTP Sports Dudes on that YouTube, man. Follow us all, man. Y'all know we only out here for y'all, City League TV. We was in the building. Now we about to be out the building. And y'all know we love y'all, man.
Peace.
Love y'all.